Hello, Donvir. You're right on time. Seems like you've been waiting. Can you confirm if my audio is loud and clear? Is my audio live? I mean, loud and clear? Hello, brother. Number one. Yeah, you're the number one like now. Thank you. I just started, so I wasn't expecting anyone, literally. But good to see you, my friend. Let's see how many people joined today. Today we're gonna read some... I'll show you some images today and tell you the backstories. That's the theme tonight. Okay, so... You're probably seeing a text now, read RGE. That's actually my gaming channel. I'm not very active here, but I just decided to give this stream a like. So I just opened my channel from my other account. Eleanor is back too. Welcome back. So today, the theme is pretty interesting. Hopefully, we're gonna enjoy our time. Let me set things up first. Okay, tell me first if my audio is loud and clear. This is very important before doing anything. This is something I have to understand. If it's loud and clear. Am I loud? Hey brother, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm doing great. Yes, your audio is loud and clear. My moderator said I'm loud and clear. She's the leader of this chat. Okay, so clear. 19 people. So today, we're gonna discuss some mysterious, unexplained images, and I'll try to find answers. You know, every single images you're gonna find out there, they all have some sort of backstories, right? They don't have to be creepy always, but I'll try my best to find the creepy ones. I might fail to describe a lot of images, and I hope you're gonna help me with this. I'm gonna put on my glasses, my blue filter glasses, and we're gonna discuss one by one. So, okay. So this is the first image. What's going on here? While I find the answers, you people will try to solve it. What do you think? What is going on here? Some images gonna look so wholesome, but the backstory is very creepy. So, here we go. This is John the font and Dave. John the man on the bottom, the old man I suppose. Okay, Eleanor already noticed something, but let's see if that's the case. Of course, dogs are barking as always. I hope it's not interrupting. So, this is John. Okay, the man, the old man. Hosted a massive wrestling team where all of the athletes lived on the grounds. Okay, Dave was hired to coach the team. This concept is pretty clear, but let's see what happens next. As time went to John started to act stranger than normal. He was already very odd. He started to think his friend was spying on him. So, the guy who's like the bearded guy is his friend. I thought maybe it's a father and son image, you know? That's how it seems. Like the father is trying to carry his son, but no. It's just a wrestling situation. They're sparring basically. The old man is John and the bearded guy, the bald head, is Dave. So as time went on, John started to act stranger than normal, that old man. He was already very odd. He started to think his friend Dave was spying on him. He believed that Dave was hiding in his walls, spying and plotting to kill him. It seemed to me like John was a paranoid person. Eventually, John snapped. He drove up to Dave's home and shot him in front of his family. Dave died moments later. So this image was taken just before this incident. So this old man was paranoid for no reason. It's definitely a mental illness, right? So he was just paranoid that Dave wants to kill him. The documentary is called Team Foxcatcher. So he was so paranoid, and he was behaving very weird, that he went to his house straight and shot him right in front of his family. And this image was probably taken before that. Like they're sparring, you can clearly see. Okay, so next image. Pretty dark. So, let's see. What is going on here? Looks like a very... I mean, somebody's cooking or making something? I don't know. Let's find the answers. Let's find the answers. The story is gonna be very short, by the way. I'm not gonna read the details because a lot of images I'm gonna explain today. So, Eleanor, Tanvir, try to solve it. What's going on? Like, is he cooking or making something? It's black and white, so it's hard to say sometimes. Distorted image. Okay, so Tanvir is a little bit... He's feeling a little sick today. I hope you get well soon. Take as... So, Eleanor says he's making bomb. Any guesses? Any guesses, Tanvir? I'm gonna... My American friends are all working today. They said they will be able to watch my streams during Christmas. Okay, so let me explain this. Demon Core. This is a recreation photo of an accident that occurred with the infamous Demon Core. Okay. Physicist Louis Slotin was conducting an experiment to verify the exact point at which is subcritical mass of fissile material could be made critical by the positioning of neutron reflectors. Okay, something scientific going on. Let me read that again. Demon Core. This is a recreation photo of an accident that occurred. You probably can hear the siren, right? Ambulance, or this is ambulance as far as I'm concerned. Sometimes I get confused. Ambulance or police? Okay, Demon Core. This is a recreation photo of an accident that occurred with the infamous Demon Core. Physicist Louis Slotin was conducting an experiment to verify the exact point at which a subcritical mass of fissile material could be made critical by the positioning of neutron reflectors. Basically, the two half spheres would be adjusted around the core and the core activity would be measured. Okay, that's too scientific and I don't know if it sounds creepy, but let's keep reading. The risk was that if the spheres were allowed to close, the core would instantly form a critical mass. to keep them from closing. He prayed. It's nothing creepy. This image is nothing creepy. It's just... No, I don't think I should read this. It's not interesting enough. Okay, let's see this one. I hope it's nothing scientific, and even if it is, it has a darker backstory. What's going on? Something is definitely going on. He's researching something, busy making it. Yeah, it was kind of like that. No, it was nothing bombish, but yeah, similar. So, I'll tell you what's going on. It's an elephant's foot, formerly molten mass of corium from the reactor core meltdown. It still emits radiation today that can kill you if you hang around it too long, but not as much as back in 1986. They had to use a set of mirrors in the order to get photographs of this mass. It's an elephant's foot. Chernobyl, elephant's foot. Yeah. And once again, it's nothing that creepy. I'm trying my best to find creepy answers. By the way, my music is playing, right? The music is necessary. And the dogs are barking. Oh, we just did that one. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. Okay, now this one. Yeah, I know. Whatever though. Whatever. Let's try this one. What is going on? It seems like two friends are taking a picture together. Very wholesome, but is it wholesome? Let's find out. I don't think it's anything. Yeah, maybe they're twin brothers. Okay, yeah, they look similar. And you're correct. They're brothers. Two brothers goofing off for a photo. Hours later, after arriving home from dinner, the man on the left would have his brother picture. Okay, so the man on the left, the brown jacket, would have his brother pictured on the right. Okay, so and mother who took the photo. So a mother was taking a picture of her kids. Murdered after conspiring with a friend. He attempted to have his father murdered as well, but he survived. It's written so messed up way and so many stars, you know, like censored words. Let me just show you. This is not how you write things. Like, so what's the big deal if you write things? Like, look at that. So many. I mean, these are just text. You don't have to censor words this way. This just makes the job harder. You know? Okay. Let's do that again. But I understand what's going on. This picture was taken basically before the brown jacket guy killed the black jacket guy. And they're brothers. Moment before the storm. Two brothers goofing around for a photo. Hours later, after arriving home from dinner, the man on the left would have his brother and mother murdered after conspiring with a friend. He attempted to have his father murdered as well, but he survived. Pretty messed up, but it's not written very well. I wonder why some people censor the words. So, what is going on in this one? Let's find out. Maybe the images are too big. Okay. Have his brother murdered, so he hired someone. Yeah, exactly. I wasn't even sure if he, like, is that murdered? But it makes sense that, yeah, whoever wrote that, he was trying to say murder, but they censored the words. Most of the words, which sounds brutal. Now this one, let's see what's happening here. A lot of pictures gonna look very wholesome, but they're not, obviously. What's going on here? Yeah, I don't know what it is either. Let's find the answers. Yeah, it looked photoshopped too, but let's see if that's what's happening. It looks darker than the last one. So, moments before getting struck by lightning, these two died. And that was before they were struck by lightning. Yeah, that's sad. Behind those are just trees, and they're just taking a goofy picture, you know, like the trees are their hairs on or horns, and they died right after this picture. Okay, pretty sad indeed. What is going on here? It seems like she's saying no from taking a picture. If you're outside and there's a storm and you see your hair standing up, you go, okay, wait. So those are not trees, those are their hair. Okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. So their hair. Now I understand. Good information. And I think I actually heard this. I wasn't sure. Thank you for confirming that. It makes sense. I'm having lemon water, so it's pretty sour. I didn't mix any sugar. So I'm making faces sometimes. In the picture, the girl said, please don't do this, I hate it. Okay, next picture. Exactly. Next picture. So what's happening here? Let's find out. Let's find out. So, this picture. Last photo before she was killed by Robert Ben Rhodes. This is Regina K. Walters. I don't know her, do you? Of course, sounds like a celebrity. So this was taken before the murder. So literally a picture. Robert Ben Rhodes. Robert Ben Rhodes. He was taking a picture before killing her. I mean, how messed up you need to be to do that? Can you imagine her fear? Like, he was probably holding a knife or a gun before taking this picture. She wasn't saying no to the picture, like, don't take my picture. She was actually resisting him in general, like, don't come close to me. So Psycho took a picture of her right before killing her. Exactly. Exactly. That's what's going on. Time for the next one. Okay, this looks very wholesome and romantic, right? But let's find out who killed who, because definitely something killing related going on. Somebody murdered, definitely. Let's see. Happiness Okay, I found it. By the way, is my stream very blurry to you guys for some reason? You can obviously upscale the resolution, but is it very blurry? Is it very blurry? Some images are blurry though. Okay. So let me read this story. The man in picture, Robert, posted this on Facebook. Okay, so that guy posted this on Facebook. After few minutes, he stabbed his pregnant wife and throwing her over the balcony to her death. He jumped off the building after that. What the hell? So this was taken by the guy. This guy. He posted this image right before murdering his pregnant wife, and he threw her over the balcony to her death. He jumped off the building after that. I suppose he died too? Yeah. I don't understand these psycho killers. Like, why do they do certain things? Looks very wholesome, but then they do their crime. Next picture. Okay. Yeah, Argentina is the country where Messi lives. But do you know, Messi is actually not from Argentina, he's from Bangladesh. Okay, what is going on here? Let's find out. I'll take time to find this one. I found it. Rock climbers taking pictures accidentally captured woman stranded. Okay, stranded. Is that a woman there? Let's zoom in, okay? Let's zoom in. Not me. Let's zoom in the picture. Let's zoom in the picture. Can you see the woman there? So rock climbers taking pictures accidentally captured woman stranded at bottom trying to survive. Went through entire thread and didn't find anyone. Posted. Was really popular on Reddit a while back. Yeah, but that's something pink. Not. Stop zooming myself. I don't want to zoom in. Looks trash. Looks trash. I want to zoom in the picture. The picture. See that? See that? It's so tiny that you cannot see. Okay, so you wanna try riddles again. Let's try another image. And then we can move on to stories and riddles. Okay, this one definitely gonna be very dark. What's going on here? I'll just read this one and then try these images again later. Yeah, it's a kid on his shoulder. Yeah, exactly. But let's see what happens next. He probably kills him. I don't know. A father crossing the street with his blind daughter. That's very specific, but let's see what's going on actually. What is going on? The car in the picture contained a... Again censored word. A car in the picture contained a B-O-O-B bomb. Okay, I got it. I have a question. Why do you need to censor the words when you're writing an article or something? I mean, these are creepy images with creepy backstories, right? So why the hell you have to write it that way? B-O-O-B. I mean, I don't understand. Your page will still show up. I don't know, maybe they do face issues with these two when they write things. The car in the picture, you know what I was about to read when I saw B 2 star and B? You know what I mean. So the car in the picture contained a bomb that blew up just moments after this picture was taken. The people in the picture survived, but the guy who took it did not. The blasting was not that huge, but it was enough to kill a couple of people. And the picture was taken right before that. Okay, enough with these. Why am I so zoomed in? Where's my blue filter? Where is my blue filter? Here you go. Here you go. The world is dangerous. I know. You never know when you're gonna die, how you're gonna die. Nobody is trustworthy these days. I see 7 people. Today, what day is today? It's Thursday. Okay. Let's play the music. So, let's try some stories once again. Yes, it's very dangerous. Let's read it. Some stories. Okay, time for our first story. Oh yeah, obviously, I got your story. So I'm gonna read whatever Tanvir posted on my community tab. I haven't read that one, by the way, because I want to get surprised too. Didn't want to spoil myself. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. My audio is loud and clear, right? The music isn't interrupting, hopefully. Okay. It was a freezing winter night. The sound of crickets echoed through the cold air outside. Arnold stood in front of the window of his new apartment. The blue curtains were swaying gently in the breeze. Suddenly, he felt a chill down his spine, as if someone was standing behind the folds of the curtain. Okay. Arnold tried to brush it off as his imagination. However, in the reflection of the window glass, he noticed something horrifying. Two pale, lifeless feet protruding from under the curtain. The feet were not touching the floor, they were hovering slightly in the air. His heart began to race in terror. Summoning every bit of his courage, he reached out and grabbed a corner of the curtain. Suddenly, a freezing unnatural wind filled the room. Suddenly a freezing unnatural wind filled the room as he pulled the curtain aside with a jerk. He saw nothing. There was no one there, but as he sighed in relief, his eyes fell back on the window glass. Reflected in the dark pane was a hideous face with glowing white eyes and blood-stained lips. Okay? I think I read that wrong. With the glowing white eyes and blood-stained lips, the entity was grinning directly over Arnab's shoulder. He spun around instantly, but the room was empty. The shadow was visible only in the reflection, leaning closer and closer. The next morning, the police found Arnab's dead in front of the window. A look of pure, frozen terror was etched onto his face, and those blue curtains were still swaying mysteriously, as if someone or something was still hiding there, watching and waiting. Thank you so much for reading. This is my creative story. Okay, so this is your written story. Very nice. Good job. Yeah, this was pretty scary to witness, of course. Good job. I'm still waiting for some more people to join Eleanor liked it. 34 minutes, 4 people watching. Oh, I forgot to make a poll today. Let's make a poll. Okay. Actually, I love to write and read horror stories, which is very good. I do that too on my channel. Okay, Eleanor. Did you finish your lemonade or lemon water, whatever you were having? Yes, I finished it. I haven't finished it yet. I'm still drinking. Yeah, I'm still drinking. Okay, time for the next story. It would be better with soda water, absolutely. And that's how I have sometimes. It works. And I told you to try lemon with soda. It fits, absolutely. Argentina is 9 hours ahead of you. Not ahead, sorry, behind you. Like whatever the time in Bangladesh, just minus 9 hours. That's a huge gap. You know? In 1982, people in Chicago started dying in a strange way. Really? People from Chicago definitely knows this. I don't. I'm not from Chicago. I hope somebody from Chicago joined the stream. Let's see if they join or not. So, in 1982, people in Chicago started dying in a strange way. They all took the same thing before they died. Tylenol. Is that how you pronounce it? Tylenol? Tylenol? I'm seeing this word for the first time. Tylenol or Tylenol, whatever it is. Tylenol is a common medicine for pain and fever. People trusted it. Okay, so in Chicago, people took it, you know? In 1982, people in Chicago started dying in a strange way. They were normal people. Man, woman, even a child. They all took the same thing before they died. Tylenol. Oh, Tylenol. I'm not. You heard about this before? Tylenol. Okay, Tylenol. Tylenol is a common medicine for pain and fever. People trusted it. I don't know many medicine names. You know? So, okay. But someone had done something terrible. A person took a bottle from stores of that medicine. They opened the capsules. They put cyanide inside. Then they put the bottles back on the shelves. Okay. That's pretty evil of you. Cyanide is a strong poison that kills very fast. Yeah, I know. People went home, took the medicine and died within minutes. 7 people died. The city went into panic. Stores pulled that specific medicine off the shelves. People were afraid to take any medicine at all. The police searched everywhere. They questioned many people. One man, James Lewis, sent a letter asking for money. But the police could never prove he did it. To this day, no one knows who poisoned the Tylenol. The killer was never caught. Whoever did that, it's still confusing. Why would they do it? Like, no purpose here. The killer was never caught, so... Because of this crime, medicine bottles changed forever. Now they have safety seals and plastic wraps. All because of one person wanted to kill and was never found. And the reasoning stayed a mystery. Brother, I will come later. I will take the medicine and bring the inhaler after a while. Okay, no worries. So now it's you and other 3 people. And I don't know who are they. Because they're not talking. And somebody actually voted a future. So it's definitely a hater, you know? So he picked the option 3. But he's still watching. Gracias. Yeah, that's very messed up. No doubt about that. How many likes I have? Let's check. I have 5 likes. Or 6. Not bad. How is the resolution now, by the way? In 1947, a little girl went missing in Los Angeles. Her name was Elizabeth Short. People called her the Black Dahlia. It's the same. Okay, that's good. Let me check. For you, it seems a little blurry, I think. Right? I don't know why. Even after hiring the resolution, it's blurry. But is it blurry always? Or today is the first time you're experiencing this? It sounds familiar. Like, let me show you on my computer screen. Look at the resolution. And because it's a computer screen, it's supposed to get stretched out, right? Oh no, actually it looks bad this way. But it's actually higher. Okay, so today it's especially blurry. I don't know why. Okay. But it's still watchable. Okay, so you said it sounds familiar to you. Let's see. Yeah, actually this name, Elizabeth Short. So in 1947, a little girl went missing in Los Angeles. Her name was Elizabeth Short. People called her the Black Dahlia. Yeah, that sounds familiar. One day, a woman was walking and saw something on the ground. At first, she thought it was a broken doll. It was not a doll. It was Elizabeth's body. Her body was cut in half. It was washed clean. There was no blood at that scene. The cuts were very clean. The police believed the killer knew what they were doing. That's pretty messed up. Newspapers went crazy. They printed horrible details. Someone even sent letters to the press saying they knew the killer. Many people were questioned. Doctors, actors, neighbors. No one was ever proven guilty. The case became famous. Too famous. False stories spread. There are so many false versions of this exact story. People lied for attention. Real clues were buried. Okay, so it was presented like a creepypasta, but it's actually a true story, and people exaggerated. False stories spread. People lied for attention to make videos. Real clues were buried. Elizabeth Short never got justice. Her killer was never caught. Sometimes the texts are so tiny that it's hard to read. Her killer was never caught. Even today, people still talk about her. But the truth is still missing. If you ever find a story, a video about this girl, most likely they're lying, because the story was never revealed. Okay. So this is actually a mystery, forever mystery, and people usually lie about this story. Okay, let's read another one. The house was very quiet. Too quiet. It was the summer of 1974. A man named John List lived in a large house in New Jersey. From the outside, everything looked normal. Inside, something was very wrong. John List was a father. He had a wife, 3 children. He had a wife, 3 children, and an old mother who lived upstairs. One morning he woke up early. He made breakfast, then he took a gun. He killed his wife. 1 shot. He waited. When his children came home from school, he killed them one by one. Then he went upstairs and killed his mother. After that, he cleaned the house. He placed the bodies neatly. He folded their hands. He closed their eyes. He turned on the radio. He set the lights on timers. Then he wrote a long letter. In the letter he said he did this to save their souls. He said the world was bad. He said God would understand. It was a sacrifice for their own good. Then John List walked out of the house and disappeared. For weeks, no one noticed. The house stayed silent. The radio played. The lights turned on and off. Almost a month later, police entered. The bodies were still there. Cold, waiting. Some crazy religious guy. Yeah, absolutely, that's how it's like a cult member maybe. John List was gone for 18 years after that. He changed his name. He got married again. He lived a normal life. No one knew until a TV show showed his face. Hello Kian, welcome back. Drop a like since you're here. I'm reading a story. Let me finish this one. until a TV show showed his face. Someone recognized him. In 1989, John List was finally arrested. He showed no emotion, no tears, no regret. He was proud at what he did, and he stayed silent, because what he did for God. I once watched a movie about a religious guy who heard God telling him to kill people. I think it's some type of mental illness. Yeah, sure. They're very extreme. They're religious, but I think they're mentally ill too. Because to listen to this bullshit, you have to see things. Count says hi. Be right back, I'll get some water. Don't leave. Sorry. I hope I didn't take too long. Kian, the Roblox champ, is here. I'm waiting for some more people to join. Let's read another one. By the way, Kian, am I very blurry to you at this moment? Like, how's the quality overall? The stream quality? The hotel was cheap. Room 104. Okay. It smelled like old smoke and dust. In 1980, a woman named Dorothea rented a room in her house in California. She liked older people, quiet people, people with no family. She seemed kind. She cooked for them. She smiled. She helped them with their papers. People trusted her. One by one, the members disappeared. Dorothea had excuses. They moved. They went to visit family. They didn't tell anyone. She was like a maid in the hotel. taking care of old people, but one by one, they're, they're one by one they basically got vanished, and she was giving excuses like they moved, they went to visit family, they didn't tell anyone, stuff like that. She probably killed them one by one, who knows, but she liked old people, she liked taking care of them. But after the excuses, no one questioned it, because she seems very calm person, a very sweet human being. Checks kept coming in the mail, social security checks. She cashed them. The backyard was neat, fresh dirt, new plants. In 1988, police came to ask questions. She said she would make coffee. She said she would make coffee. She walked out the back door. She never came back. Police dug into the yard. They found bodies. One, then another, then another. 7 bodies in total. All buried close together. All once called tenants. She was caught days later. She smiled for the cameras. She said nothing. The house went quiet. The garden stayed still, and the people who trusted her were already gone. Why did she do that? She never told. And the answer stayed a mystery. That's a weird one. And she was a weird killer. She used to kill old people. Are pictures of her? Let me find. Obviously. Yep, you probably recognize her, do you? But I'll show you the picture. But that's her old picture, like older days. She probably did that a little younger. I thought she was a young girl, but she was not. She was old enough. But around this age, I guess. Now, so she used to take care of old people, and she killed them one by one, for no valid reason. I think some people are just mentally ill, and why they do it, they never tell. They're like, it's fine. Kill me for my deeds, but I'm not gonna reveal it. They have mental illness for sure, but it's not anger. But she also looks like a sweet lady in some pictures. Yeah, I know. A lot of times, the killers don't look very scary. They look like a normal person. Sometimes they look very wholesome. You know? And that's why it's very scary to believe a stranger this way. 7 likes. This poll is a very trash poll, so I'm gonna ask something different. Let's solve some pictures again, but let's wait for some more people. I watch a fitness influencer. I watch many, of course, but there's one guy who's like a very small channel. He gets very few audience during his live streams, even less than mine. But one thing I learned from him, that he keeps talking as if he has a lot of audience, you know? Sometimes I just open his stream and I see like one or two, or sometimes I'm the first one. And he talks like, and the stream is already 1 hour old, or sorry. You get the idea. It's long enough. 1 hour long. And I see nobody but me. And he was talking like there are so many audience already, and he's answering questions, but nobody even asked anything. That's how he pretends, you know, like an act. And I'm like, how do you do that, man? When I see nobody, I can't talk as much as you do. So it's pretty weird, but I gotta learn that. I think that's important. You just don't need to focus how many audience you have. It'll always go up and down, up and down. That's the rule. You just have to keep saying what you have to say. Yeah, I think that's the mindset. And he's a very old creator. He's probably doing this for years. So maybe that's how he... This is not something he's doing randomly. He probably learned that he gotta talk like it's a video. It's a live recording. So maybe I should adapt that. I know it's important, but that inspiration, that energy, I lack it when I don't see anybody. Like, even though it's gonna be a video later, I understand that, but still it doesn't work that way for me. I gotta get used to. Like, now I have you, right? So it's enough for me to keep going. But if I see nobody, zero, then I'm like waiting. And I'm just babbling random stuff, you know? Nothing makes sense, I'm just playing around. But I'm not doing anything important because I don't want to waste it. Like, I'm not gonna read a big ass story when I don't have anybody. I think I'm just wasting my energy. Even though it's gonna be a video later, I get that. But the brain doesn't catch it very well. Like, no, you should keep going. I have to get used to. Okay, time for another one. Kian, I think he keeps playing Roblox, and every now and then he joins, you know. And I think that's how you should watch streams. You don't have to stay for hours and watch. Okay, so you're still here. Very good. You posted any shorts lately about Roblox? The whole time. Very nice. On TV, I assume? Kinda. Okay. Okay. It's 12:17 a.m. Always on time. Wait a second. Let me confirm that story. Every night, the train passed the house. 12:17 a.m. Always on time. Mark had lived there for 3 years. He was used to the sound, the shaking windows, the low metal screen. Okay. One night, the train did not come. The house stayed still. No shaking, no sound. Mark checked the clock. 12:17. He waited. Nothing. The next night, the train came back, but something was wrong. It was slower, much slower. The sound dragged like it was struggling. And then, he heard something else. A knock. Not on the door, on the wall. 3 soft knocks. Mark froze. The train passed, the knocking stopped. The next night, the train did not come again. 12:17. Knock, knock, knock. Closer this time. From inside the wall. Mark pressed his ear against it. He heard breathing. Slow, wet, patient. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was thinking. The next morning, he noticed cracks in the wall. Thin lines, like fingers had pressed from the inside. That night, the train came. It stopped right outside his house. The knocking turned into scratching. The wall bent inward. Mark ran. The house behind him screamed. The next day, the house was empty. No damage, no cracks, only the sound of the train. 12:17 a.m. once again. Still on time. And somewhere near the tracks, the house is still waiting for someone to listen. The story was very weird. I don't know if I enjoyed it. Maybe I did, but not as much. I did, but not as much. Today I might not have a lot of audience. A friend from Czech Republic said she wants to join, but she's working lately and she's falling asleep very early, so she can't watch my streams, even though she wants to, because she has a story to tell. It wasn't as good as the previous ones. My timing is fucking me up. That's why I gotta move to a different country. Okay, let's find a different one. Do you have any recommendations? Eleanor, do you have a recommendation? A recommendation? That's how French people say. Recommendation. I forgot how to say it in Spanish, even though every single word ends with a T-I-O-N. Is Spanish, basically, right? But you guys say it with C-I-O-N. Recommendation. 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 Okay. But you say it like a strong C, right? Recommendation. Xion. Why do I say it like whenever I try to say it in a Spanish tone, I say it like French. Maybe I didn't listen to it enough to observe it. Dexion. You say it like recommendation, like that? I gotta change the music soon because I think I used it enough. Cristiano, Messi, what's up, dude? Welcome back. Drop a like since you're here. Sion. So recomendación. That's how Spanish people say it, right? Recomendación. Okay. Noted. I see 6 people now. Welcome everyone. I'm reading stories and chatting as always. That's how my streams are usually. Chat and story. I should name the series like that. Chat and stories. Why did I say series? That's what I do in every stream basically. So that's what I'm doing. Your name is very powerful. Cristiano Messi. They don't go well together. Did you drop a like? I hope you did. I think I found a good story now. The messages started after midnight. Always after midnight. No sound, no vibration. Just a screen lighting up. I can't see you. The messages started after midnight. Always after midnight. Screen lighting up. I can't see you. Sarah lived alone. 4th floor. Curtains closed. She checked the hallway camera on her phone. Empty. She laughed it off. Blocked the number. The next night, another message. You didn't look behind the door. You didn't look behind the door. Her smile faded. She checked every room, closet, bathroom, kitchen, nothing. I was playing Roblox. Sorry, you don't have to say sorry, man. Just keep coming and going. You don't even have to watch anymore. I just appreciate whenever you guys enter, stay a little bit, drop a like, and then leave. That's enough for me. You know, I don't demand that every single audience needs to stay and watch the entire stream. I don't care about that. If you do, that's great. But I don't mind if you leave. Your support means everything. Every form of support means everything. Because you guys are basically building my channel, you know? By the way, where are you from exactly, Kian? Okay, where was I? She checked the hallway camera on her phone. Empty. She left it off. Blocked the number. The next night, another message. You didn't look behind the door. Her smile faded. She checked every room. Closet, bathroom, kitchen. Nothing. The door was locked. At 12:41 a.m., her phone lit up again. Too late now. Her heart pounded. She ran to the door. Shh. Okay, the lock was still turned. But the door was open just a little. Cold air slipped in. Her phone buzzed. A photo. Her living room. Taken from the corner of the ceiling. The same room she was standing in. She screamed. The neighbors heard nothing. The police found the phone on the floor. The apartment was clean. No signs of a break-in. Only one message left on the screen. You finally looked up. This was actually pretty creepy, even though nobody was harmed. Somebody was basically stalking, you know? Somebody was stalking. Today I might end the stream very soon, you know? I'm not sure. It depends on the audience. It depends on the audience. I'm enjoying the stories. I'm enjoying them too. I am enjoying it too. Do you have any recommendations? Another one. I think I read that already. I did. Didn't I? Let's read that anyways. My, Kian, real quick. I heard there was a lady working in a hospital who killed babies. Okay, where exactly? Yeah, that's too dark, but so what? You can write it down if you're like careful with the words. YouTube gonna remove otherwise. That's it. But even if it's too dark, that's what we need, right? This channel, like, I have no limits. I can share any kind. But the reason I don't, I'm just not taking any risk with the words to get censored, you know? That's it. She was a nurse or something. Yeah, you can share that story someday. Actually now. If you have, you can. I'm just careful with the words, just to avoid the risk. You know, that's it. Otherwise, a horror channel is... What are you saying, please? Roblox videos? Kian, are you trying to tell me something? Like, to check your Roblox videos or something? I will, don't worry, after the stream I'll check your channel out. Every night at 309. I will. Absolutely, you got my words. Every night at 309, the baby monitor turned on by itself. Soft breathing. Not the baby. The monitor watched the empty crib. Then a whisper came through. He's standing right behind you. The monitor clicked off. The room went silent. She never checked again. It's not that creepy. Can you do it on stream, please? I mean, I can. But I didn't set things up to watch videos. I just set it up some images and stuff, you know? Because I'm streaming just using the phone camera. I didn't set things up to watch videos on YouTube. I can just show you from the back camera, that's it. That's all. I didn't prepare that. I will. Because when you wanna react to certain stuff by showing screen records, you have to set that up. But yes, let me just show one maybe. Without any audio, because I don't want to get a copyright claim. So let's watch, didn't I? I lagged. I'm just gonna open one random short from you. Yeah, I know. So whatever is the latest short, I'll watch that. Just for my supporter. Let's watch one. But I'm not gonna play the audio. Here you go, you get my like. Scroll down a little bit, okay? This one? Okay, let me just... Which one? This is probably Roblox. Never mind. You can tell me the title or the date because you're... Okay, I'm just watching this one. I dropped a like. Keep posting shorts. You're gonna grow, hopefully. Yeah, it definitely looks fun. Okay, I'm gonna check more later, okay? Very good. Keep it up. Okay. Let's see how many likes I got now. 10 likes. It seems like I'm not that far away from 15. I'm not so far away. Oh, I'm so tired. Okay. Let's read another one. He moved into the old apartment alone. Every night, the closet door would creak open. No one was inside until one night he saw a handprint on the outside of the door from the inside. I have a 10 win streak. Wow. Good for you. 10 win streak. Streaks do feel great. But the bigger the streak gets, the harder it becomes to maintain. That's the idea. That's the painful part. Without losing that means, yeah, exactly. The dogs are barking. One match. Yeah, without losing one match. I started with the forest. No one had gone there in years. The local called it the Hollow, though no one knew why. Trees twisted into strange shapes. Mr. Beast, where? Trees twisted into strange shapes, and the air smelled damp, like earth and decay. People said that if you walked in too far, the world outside would disappear. Ethan didn't believe in ghost stories. He was 21, curious and bored. One evening, he packed a flashlight, some snacks. You saw something move, like what? And where? You saw something move, what do you mean, Kian? Ethan didn't believe in ghost stories. He was 21. You don't know. Okay. Somewhere. I hope not behind me. Ethan didn't believe in my house, not yours. Okay, in your house. Just be careful. So he didn't believe. He was 21, curious and bored. One evening, he packed a flashlight, some snacks, and a notebook and walked towards the hollow. At first, it was quiet. Birds chirped, leaves rustled. He even laughed at himself for being nervous. But after a while, the forest changed. The path grew narrow. The trees grew taller. Shadows stretched in ways that didn't make sense. Then he heard it. A soft humming. Not from a person, not from an animal. Just humming. It was low, almost friendly. It seemed to float from nowhere and everywhere at once. I will continue that story tomorrow. Today I will end the stream. I'm not gonna read anymore, and I'll try to stream tomorrow, hopefully. I'm not going right now. I'll just stay, but no more stories. Because if I read everything, a lot of stories in one stream, then I'm not gonna have anything left, and you know, it takes time. So I will find more and then continue this one tomorrow. Let's see, before leaving, if I get a few more. I can see 3. I can see 3. Do you guys have any recommendations? Okay, Eleanor actually told me a story. I'm gonna research about it and read that one maybe. We'll see. One time I drank a very tasty lemonade. One time. Someone unliked. No. I know. There's somebody out there who's trolling. But you know, I appreciate the trolls too. With loads of sugar and lemon. No wonder why it was so tasty. But practice having low sugar lemonade. So, yeah, someone is trolling there for sure. Back then, trolls did hurt me. It's not like I was trolled a lot or anything, but anything basically. If I see anything offensive, it would make me offended. But now things are very different, especially for my channel. Yeah, I don't have lots of sugar anymore. I know you don't, but when you practice low sugar, suddenly when you have too much, your tongue gonna feel sensitive, you know? Like, a little bit extra can feel too sweet. You're gonna watch Roblox videos? Yeah, sure, I will. I will check some and maybe I'll comment. Don't worry about that. But right now I can't show you properly because I didn't set things up, and also copyright issue is a thing, you know. I did check few though. They're good. Okay, so I will end the stream now, and I'll see you next time some other day. Till then, take care.